One of the biggest myths in the service industry is that the measure of success is the sheer volume of incoming inquiries. The truth is different. The biggest hidden cost incurred by founders, CEOs, and experienced creators is not lack of new leads.
The biggest cost is burning hundreds of man-hours on so-called business tourists or tire kickers. These are inquiries that were doomed from the start, but ruthlessly consume your or your team's time in endless calls, free consultations, and extensive proposals.
The result? Your sales pipeline bloats with potential projects that stall for months, where you lose time and capacity that could be spent on high profitable deals. Today we show you 4 filters that will systematically cut this off.
Hi, I'm Claudia.
I'm Dominik.
We are starting our mini-series on a healthy and profitable approach to business. In a moment, we'll explain how to effectively filter clients and why the ability to reject a collaboration is the foundation of market survival. Make sure to stay until the end of this video. We've prepared a specific operational bonus for you, a tool that will help you implement this exact system in your own company the moment this video ends.
Let's start from the beginning. Before you even enter into negotiations, you should create your own list of the clients you don't work with. This is the so-called negative buyer persona.
The reasons can vary, whether it's for ethical reasons, for example, you reject projects from the gambling industry, or because of a toxic work style, like clients for whom everything is urgent, right from the first email. Or maybe you simply don't specialize in a given field. Once you have such a list, you must stick to it consistently.
The lack of qualifications means you waste energy on conversations that lead nowhere. The decision to enter a collaboration must be the conscious. Every inquiry should give you answer to 4 baseline questions. Let's go through them using concrete examples. Question number 1. Talking about money can be uncomfortable, but in our industry, you need to do it in quite quickly. You don't need to know the client's budget down to the last penny, but you must know if your financial expectation match. Imagine the situation. A consulting firm contacts you. They have a great vision. They want to build a custom client portal for integrated with their accounting software and AI chatbot. You plan the structure, price it at $30,000, and the client says, "Oh, I thought it could just building this easily from a simple template for $4,000." The solution: be honest about money as early as possible. You will save both sides a lot of frustration. If the client's budget is too small, offer cheaper, smaller option. Instead of a complex custom system, propose a simple landing page connected to an automated booking calendar. Or simply say no politely and recommend someone who is just starting out.
Question 2. Decisions-making power. Here we fall into a trap that hits mid-sized B2B companies the hardest. For example, a marketing director comes to you. He's enthusiastic. He wants to change the company. He's looking for improvements, and you communicate very well. You spend 3 weeks with the director. You design process, agree on the budget, and wait for the signature. And suddenly, the ghost appears. The ghost is the main CEO or investor who was never present at the meetings. He only sees the final price, doesn't understand the context, and says, "The board does not agree." Your time is completely wasted. And that's why, from the very beginning, you need to know who makes the final decisions. If you know there is a boss or a board of directors somewhere, your goal is to invite this ghost to a meeting. And then you change your message. To the marketing director, you talk about solutions, but to the CEO, you talk about clear financial results and ROI.
Question 3. Does client have a well-organized business, a real need, or are they just doing free market research? Nobody in B2B spends their budget just for fun. Look for a specific business problem. A classic case. Company is looking for someone to build a new B2B platform for their partners. You gather their needs, spend hours on meetings, and write down all the technical details just to price it well. What happens next? The client stops replying. Why? because you just did the hardest analytical work for them. They took your detailed plan and sent to 5 AAA companies saying, build exactly this. You became a free business analytics. How to avoid this? Before you start designing anything, find out what their true motivation is. Ask what broke in your process yesterday that makes you look for a new platform today. If the client answers, our sales team wastes half a day checking projects on their phones, which means they aren't finding new client, you have found the real problem. Then you stop being just a software provider. You became a partner who saves 20 hours of their team's work per week. Only then does your project stop being a cost in Excel and becomes a real solution to the problem.
And the last, 4th question. Does the project have a strict deadline? A lack of specific date is the most common sign of dead projects. This is the situation when you hear, we'd like to do this sometime this year. Then you know they might as well do it in 3 years. You block space in your calendar, say no to other projects, and the client stops replying. That's why you should always demand clear deadlines. If someone says, we need to launch this on September 1st because that's when we start a new campaign, you know you have a real business deal, not just a casual chat. Summarizing today's episode, the most important lesson in services for this year is realizing that not every message in your inbox is a reason to celebrate. Sometimes it's a trap for your budget and your peace of mind.
Verify the budget, look out for decision-making goals, check their business foundations, and demand a deadline. And above all, constantly eliminate clients from your negative list.
If this material helped you look at your sales process differently, it's time for that special bonus we mentioned. In the description, you'll find a link to our closed website. Inside, you got the complete system of these 4 questions to use in your daily work, plus extra material we didn't have time to cover today. But most importantly, we are giving you ready-to-use AI prompts. You can paste them directly into your chat to quickly analyze a potential client and adapt this filter to your specific industry and needs. We've also included a few extra tools that will improve your process.
We also have a request for you. We want these materials to solve your real problems. If you have any questions about this process or want to share your own absurd story about a business interest, the comment section is yours. We read and answer all of them.
And in the next episode, we will show you what a safe onboarding process looks like for a client who has successfully passed this filter. Thanks for today and see you next time.